Hi, Sagittarius. Hope you guys are doing really, really well. My name is Brian. I am your queer psychic bestie, and I have a reading for you guys today. This is going to be a monthly check in for the sign of Sagittarius. So, if you have Sag anywhere in your chart, maybe you vibe with Sag, you could be a cross watcher, whatever the case, this reading may resonate with you. As always, this is the internet, so take what resonates and leave what does not. For those of you who are looking to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through email or form submission on my website. Sag, I'm a little late to the fire sign readings this month. I do apologize. My world has just been turned upside down recently. Very busy out of nowhere, a lot going on. So we're just a little late to the game this month, but the reading is here nonetheless. We are doing a Celtic cross for you today, Sagittarius. Gives me the largest view of the month ahead for you. We will be talking about pretty much everything going on in this reading. And just see where it takes us, right? All right, cool. Let's get these last two, and then we will dive in. All right, let's get it, Sag. Bottom of the deck is your challenge. Represents what you're not seeing, what you're not looking at. The Lovers, the Four of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, some of you, the challenge here is that you're disconnecting from maybe someone or something that you once had feelings for. This doesn't have to be romantic with the Lovers. It's not inherently romantic. But with the Knight of Cups here as well, it is inherent to something that you were passionate about at one time or held some sort of emotional bond with at one time. Okay, the Lovers is also known as the choice card, also the card of Gemini, so you could have Gemini in your chart. But it feels like with the King of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Lovers here, you're recognizing that you're kind of tapped out from something here. I feel like for a lot of you guys, there is this general feeling of, I don't really want to do this anymore. Also, this is coming through. This is really interesting. Take it for what it resonates. Some of you have like a literal like diagnosable anxiety disorder. And I don't know how to explain this. I do, but disclaimer, I am not a trained medical professional. Consult your doctor. I can only tell you what I'm hearing. And what I am hearing is that there is something with your meds that needs to be tweaked here, Sag. That's what my guides are giving me. That something either has to go up or down. So I would make an appointment with a doctor. Just get that checked out. That just came through. So just take it for what it resonates. But yeah, you are a little tapped out this month. It feels like you are. This is for October, by the way. I think I said that. But it does feel like you're just kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have the words to describe that, but in energy, that's what I'm receiving. Just sort of like, you know. So let's see what's going on. Let's dive in. So right away, you start with the Eight of Wands. So, Sag, you could be in a moment in your life where you feel like a lot of people want things from you. Eight of Wands is communication, fast incoming communication, and it feels like you may be experiencing communication from a lot of different angles right now. Emails, phone calls, text messages, like, app dings, dating apps, who knows? But it feels like you have a lot of people vying for your attention right now, and I almost feel like it's overwhelming. That's what I feel. Like it's this sense of, the way my guides are saying this to me is, I used to be they want me to use this example. I used to be an assistant store manager at a clothing store, and let me tell you, when it was busy, it was like every minute on the dot. Brian, you'd have a little earpiece. Brian, hey Brian, and it drove me bananas. I was like, I don't want to hear my name ever again. This is what I'm picking up. You may have, maybe you're in a seat of management, but you have a lot of people coming at you being like, hey, help me. And you're sort of over it. In your crossing energy, yeah, like I said, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It really does feel like, Sag, no matter what people say here, you know, the crossing card is a help or a hindrance. This is a hindrance. No matter what people are saying to you, you're just fed up. I don't know how else to say that. This is almost like, even if it's positive, even if people are coming at you being like, you know, oh my God, Brian, I love working with you. You did a really good close last night. Whatever the case may be, in that moment, let's say I'm you, Sag. I'm still like, okay, great, thanks. I don't really want to hear it, but thank you. That's that type of energy that I feel like is permeating your own energy right now. It's like exhaustion, but to the extreme. Burnout, yeah. Magician, the World, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, I'm hearing, is this more than you bargained for? Maybe some of you are in positions of management. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here, the World, and the Magician. I think also some of you, regardless of if this is management or not, I think you're recognizing that the fruit, what was it? The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. I think what you've gotten here, let's say you were moved up, you were promoted, you're kind of like, I didn't really know that it was going to be like this. That's how this feels to me. Like again, like a sense of, I didn't think it was going to be like this. With the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, that could be like a loss of money. Maybe you feel like moving away from the current station you're at will result in a loss of money, but the World and the Magician is definitely giving me this sense of, is this what I signed up for? Was this in the job description? You know, and let's say on the romantic front, maybe you have like a really codependent partner. Is this what you signed up for? That's how this feels to me. Like there's some sort of loss here. It's almost like damned if I do, damned if I don't. And let's say you demote yourself, it's a loss of money. But if you stay there, it's a loss of sanity. Do you know what I mean here? Sag, I feel like you're playing this game of which is worse? Which direction do I really look in, and what can I really stomach right now? Yeah, I split the deck on the Moon. I feel like quiet your mind, Sag. Get in a quiet place, a quiet corner, try to meditate, and the answer will come to you. That's so funny that I split the deck on the Moon, because in your headspace is the Moon. Oh my God, that's crazy. With the Moon in your headspace, now it makes sense why they're telling you to meditate, because your headspace is cloudy. The Moon is illusion, right? Eight of Pentacles on the split there could definitely be work. The Moon is illusion and fear. Seven of Pentacles. I can't make it up. It's the Moon again. Double Moon. You could have Pisces or Cancer in your chart. Moon is representative of both of those signs. But we've got the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, and Death. You could also have Scorpio in your chart. Sag, it feels like you're being called to... Okay, interesting the way my guides are saying this to me. Release the part of you that's bound by obligation. Some of you, I want to remind you, I talk about this a lot on this channel. I'm sure you've heard this before from me, Sag. A commitment is not a prison. You don't agree to a commitment and it's like a blood oath that will strike you down if you exit it, right? I feel like some of you guys here are needing to remember and reconcile within yourself that it's okay to leave. It's okay to exit a commitment as long as we do it through the proper channels in the proper way. We can truly let it go. With death here, it's the death of the ego, death of the persona, a death of expectations for the self. I think some of you are also dealing with the cost-sunk fallacy, or the sunk cost fallacy. I said that wrong. you're thinking like, well, I sunk so much energy, time, effort into this. If I walk away from it, I lose it. No, you don't, babe. It's always, people think it's if we walk away from something, we're starting from scratch. We're not. We're starting from experience. I used to be a hairdresser. I left hairdressing and I did not, for a moment, I did think this. I was like, oh my God, this is such a waste. You know, I didn't learn anything. But then I remembered, wait, I learned a lot. I know how to balance my books. I know how to book my appointments. I know how to ring people out. I know how to use this scheduling system. I left hairdressing with so much knowledge and such a vast array of knowledge and key points that helped me get from hairdressing to full-time psychic medium, you know? And I think that's something you guys have to remember here, is that whatever you're leaving behind, it's not detracting from you. It's not taking from you. In fact, it's enriching you. It gave you something, okay? With the Empress in the physical world, some of you could be mothers. You don't have to be. The Empress is the mother of the tarot, also the divine feminine. I think some of you are working on your receptivity, being able to receive things, being open to reception. And it's almost like not fighting yourself about it, right? If someone says, hey, I'd love to go out, take you out on this date to this fancy restaurant, it's saying, okay, yeah, sure. Without being like, oh, I don't know, that's kind of expensive. Am I really worth that? It's just, yeah, period. Let's go. You know, I think some of you guys here are, you may have Aries in your chart because some of you are tying your productivity to your worth a little bit here, where you're like, well, I have to prove that I'm worthy to be, that I'm deserving of this, which is not the case. Worthiness has no prerequisite, babe. Yeah, you've got the Two of Swords, Justice, and the Six of Swords. I think some of you guys also question, how do I say this? Like, did I work hard enough for it? I think there's a pride issue here as well for you, Sagittarius, where you're kind of in this place of, well, I've worked so hard to get to this place that I'm at. I don't want to relinquish it because then I have to start all over. I have to work really hard for something else here. And it feels like with the Two of Swords, Justice, and the Six of Swords, I'm going to ask you, why can't you just allow things to be easy? Why does this really high price tag have to exist for you? This really high price that you have to pay for something, why does that exist for you? Why is it there? Why is it present? Because that's what's holding you back here. That's what the Empress energy is here to teach you, is that the price is not as high as you think it is. Okay? You are able to receive this thing that you want without believing that you have to work ridiculously hard for it, right? There's just sort of like an ease of access here. Coming from your past, you have the World and the Two of Swords. So it almost feels like, Sagittarius, you've been struggling with decisions here. Two of Swords in the World. There could be a physical relocation here for some of you. The World can talk about moving in the physical, but it feels like more so some of you guys have been struggling with decisions here. And that kind of echoes in the current energies, right? Because if we have to leave something behind and we're struggling to do that and release that decision and move forward, we find ourselves stuck. I'm hearing second guessing as well. So you may find that you're second guessing a lot here. Yeah, you have the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Oh, this is a rough one, Sag. Okay. This is going to be a little of a rough placement. There's a struggle with self-love here. And so it feels like some of you struggle to make choices because you're not... Again, it's like at the core of this, the worthiness wound is the belief of like... maybe not the belief, but the act of not loving ourselves. The act of not believing in ourselves, not being kind to ourselves. You know, Ace of Cups, Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. I think some of you guys need to sit down and really redefine your relationship with yourself and like really start asking yourself, what do I think of me? Why am I struggling to be kind to myself right now? Why is this out of reach for me? Okay, because with the Hermit and the Ace of Cups, I tell my clients this all the time. At the end of the day, or how do I say this? Every night, I go to bed with myself, and every morning I wake up with myself. If I am not my biggest supporter, if I am not my best friend, who's going to be? That's what this is, Sag. Your support for yourself is situational. It wavers. And that's the problem here. Okay? Your support for yourself needs to be unwavering. It needs to be constant. And it needs to be unfettered, unhampered by other things and outside sources. That's why we're struggling to make decisions right now. Because the decisions we want to make, we don't feel worthy of making them because we're not supporting ourselves. Okay? We have to turn that around. We have to change that narrative. Tell yourself the kinder words. Be understanding. Be kind. Be generous with yourself and the way that you make your choices and the way that you move through your life, okay? Because even in your near future, you got the Fool. We've got a leap of faith coming in. We've got to say something, do something, move on from something, but we can only do it if we support ourselves. How can you leap out of your comfort zone if you don't believe that you are worthy of it? If you don't believe you're good enough, strong enough, smart enough, whatever the words are. Yeah, you've got the Ten of Cups and the Chariot. You have a really good opportunity coming in at happiness here, Sag. And whatever it has to do with, it is about, are you going to go for it? High Priestess, you know it's coming in too. You sense it intuitively. You know that this thing is showing up for you. But you also know that it's going to require, again, a leap of faith. It's going to require jumping off the cliff and trusting that your guides got you, that they got your back, that they're here for you. Okay? I feel like with the Chariot here, I think some of you also, I'm going to remind you of this. Your fear of failure and your fear of success are the same bitch in a different outfit. Some of y'all need to remember that. Okay? They're just dressed differently, but it's the same fear. And with the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups, you know this. You're aware of it. You've thought about it. You've tumbled over it before. Okay? And in the near future, you're also aware intuitively, whether or not it's conscious as well as subconscious, subconsciously you know that whatever the next move is for you is going to catapult you out of your comfort zone, but you have to be willing to take the dive. It can't just be, I'll wing it. The way my guides are saying this to me is kind of dramatic, but like, you're going to wing it with your happiness on the line, with success on the line. I wouldn't wing it, is what I'll say to you, Sagittarius. I would not. I would make an informed decision. And that means getting to know myself a little bit better. Yeah, how you view yourself is the Six of Swords. So I do feel like whatever is coming in for you, Sag, you are ready for it. You are aware that you want to move forward. There is a leap that you are almost looking forward. There's almost this feeling here of looking forward to being uncomfortable or looking forward to being forced to make a decision here. When we're looking forward to something forcing our hand, it means that we wanted to make a decision and then we didn't. We waited for an outside factor here, which removes our power, right? When we outsource our decisions to other people, the universe, anything else, it removes us from a seat of power. You need to ask yourself, why did I allow that? Why was it easy for me to remove myself from a seat of power? Is it because I don't trust myself? Or I don't view myself worthy or strong enough? Yeah, Three of Pentacles, the Star, and the Devil. I think some of you guys, there's a really big lack of self-trust here. It's like you trust the... It's good to trust the universe. We need to trust the universe, but some of you trust the universe more than yourself. That's going to cause problems for you. Because, yes, the universe is on our side, but also, the way my guides want me to say this to you is I think they want me to make a point here. You are God experiencing itself. If you don't, we are the universe. We're experiencing ourselves. If we don't trust our inner guidance and ourselves, what does that tell us? That's what you need to think about. With the Devil, the Star, and the Three of Pentacles, I'm also here to remind you that sometimes this is not to say that the universe will abandon you. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes the universe will force you to make the choice for yourself. Okay? Sometimes we get stuck in limbo until we do the damn thing. Okay? You have to trust yourself, Sagittarius. Trust your gut, your intuition, your inner voice. And if you can't hear it, quiet your mind. That's why I said in the beginning, meditate. Go somewhere quiet, center, drop into yourself again, and hear your own inner guidance. Okay? That's what should be steering the car right now. Your superpower is the Seven of Cups. So, what I think is interesting here is my guides are drawing me to the snake really heavily. And it's almost like, hold on, I need to take a drink. Sorry, my throat gets dry. With the snake, it almost feels like your superpower here, Sag, is that you've shed so many times. You know, it's like you've gone from thing to thing, and you've shed a skin here, and you've shed a skin there, and you've shed over here, and you've moved on from so much that it's almost like your guides are reminding you, hey, like you've been through worse. You've survived worse calamities than this. Again, trust yourself. It's probably what I'm going to title this video. Hierophant, exactly. Four of Wands. Commit to yourself, babe. Six of Pentacles. Some of you guys need to start really making sure that you are your own biggest commitment. Okay? Like I said earlier, at the end, every night I'm going to bed with myself, and every morning I'm waking up to myself. If I am not my biggest commitment, if I am not there to ensure that I am always in support of my own actions, who's going to be? Okay? Because right now, with the Six of Pentacles, you don't trust yourself to take care of yourself. That's the block. You don't feel safe with yourself. Why? Dig into it. This is what I'm saying, Sag. It's like you're taking everything at surface level here. You're like, oh, I guess I just don't really trust myself. Ha ha ha. Dig into it. Don't take it at just lack of self-trust. Go a step deeper. Take hammer, chisel, and start going at it to uncover why don't we trust ourselves? Why am I not listening to my inner voice here? Why am I outsourcing my authenticity and my power to everything under the sun except for myself? That's what this is about, okay? Because even your fear here is the Five of Wands. Your fear is self... I almost want to say self-torture, but like infighting. Like fighting with yourself. It feels like a lot of you guys are struggling to be on the same page with yourself. Struggling to even be in the same menu with yourselves. Let's say you're ordering at a restaurant. You know, and a restaurant has a surprisingly large menu. I know we all know which restaurant I'm talking about. You're not even in the menu with you. You're somewhere else. You're looking somewhere else. You have to get on the menu, like in the menu with yourself, to even get on the same page, right? I could tell you, hey, Sag, look at page 63. I think you're going to like the specials on this page. But if you're not even looking in the menu, how are you going to see what's on the page? How can you look at what's on the page and then say, you know what? I think I would want this. I do like that. Yeah, it's like a lot of you guys are always imagining a world where you can live with, like, not live with yourself, but like listen to yourself and trust yourself. But then I'm going to be mean here, Sag, and then we never fight for it. We just imagine it. One day I'll get there. You know, oh, one day I'll be like that person. One day I'll be like this person. Babe, you're already that version of you. People say that all the time. My clients have said that to me. My friends have said that to me. I wish I was more like that person. I wish I was like this person. I wish I was like that person. You are already a version of you that's like that person. You just have to embrace it. Okay? You're spending so much time wishing you were like these other people instead of actively working on becoming like them. Okay? Take their lead. Follow your own lead. Follow your own gut. You are already that person, Sag. I promise you, you are already that person. Okay? Even your outcome here. We've got the Eight of Swords and the Emperor. Right now, I'm going to be blunt again. The only person in your way is you. The Emperor is a prison of the mind. Eight of Swords, prison of the mind. The Emperor is the divine masculine. Okay? You have to start making choices for you. You have to start going out and doing things. The Emperor is about action. It's action oriented. Make that choice. Do that thing. Go out. Get the other thing. And live the way you want to live on your own terms. Okay? Yep, strength. You gotta have the self-esteem. Because right now, you're deceiving yourself. Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups. Not believing in yourself is the greatest disservice you could do, Sag. Believing falsehoods about the self is the worst calamity here. Crime, whatever you want to call it. Okay? You have to work on the self-esteem and the self-worth so that you can go out and make the choices that count for you, so that you can manifest the life that you want here and stop comparing yourself to other people and saying, oh, I wish I was like that person. You're already like them, babe. There's already a version of you that is just like them. You simply have to tap into it, okay? Let's get you some oracle cards. I am just cleaning up my space really quick. All right. Cool. The oracle deck I am using today, Sag, is the Oracle of the Healing Waters by Rebecca Campbell. Absolutely wonderful deck. If you're looking for any sort of deck for a daily pull, a check-in with yourself, all of Rebecca's decks are just amazing, okay? Highly recommend them. I am not affiliated with her. I just really love every deck she's ever made, so... All right, let's see. What is the advice for Sagittarius, please? What's the advice for Sag for October? That was fast. Wow. That flew. Thank you. Perfect. All right, the one that flew was She Who Flows. Ease. Being open to change. Go with the flow of life. Period. You also have thank you, gratitude, appreciate what's sustaining you. Remember, babe, that it's you. You've been on your side the whole time. And the Healing Lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, and it's safe to stop. Slow down. Come back to yourself and heal. Okay? Sag, that is your monthly forecast. That is your reading. I will leave that there for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope that it resonated. If this reading does resonate with you, or my reading style resonates with you, I would really appreciate if you would consider liking and subscribing. We are on the road to 200 subscribers, so that's exciting. If you guys would like to interact with me on a live basis, I do go live 3 days a week on Twitch. You can find me Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, as well as Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. EST. And there is also a Discord server you can join. It is a wonderful group of people, a really uplifting and supportive community, and all of my updates about stream times, schedule, where I'm at, all those things can be found on the Discord server as well. So if you would like the link to that, let me know in the comments. I'll drop it for you, or stop by stream, and one of the mods is always posting that. So, Sag, I leave you with this. I hope you guys have a fabulous morning, afternoon, day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. I will catch you guys in the next video, and I leave you with that. Okay? Bye.